7 Upfront segment, we're taking a closer look at what you can expect to see in the final presidential debate tonight. The first debate was a fiasco with constant interruptions, the scolding, and of course the name calling during the 90-minute event. So joining me now from the site of tonight's final debate in Nashville is U of M debate director Aaron Call. Aaron, thank you for being with us this evening.
Well, it's great to be with you.
Well, you were at the vice president and presidential debates. Do you think we'll see a repeat of the first debate, or will muting those mics for certain portions keep this one on track?
I think yes to your first question, but not because of the microphones. I think the backlash was so swift from the first debate, both in terms of viewership being down and it really hurting President Trump in the polls. And to contrast that, then at the vice presidential debate, we saw the second highest rated vice presidential debate of all time, and people really enjoyed a substantive and more policy focused debate. And so I think given those factors, we should see something tonight that more resembles what we saw in Salt Lake City.
You know, Aaron, and on the heels of what you're just talking about and how swift Americans reacted, we're hearing that former Vice President Biden is expecting President Trump to again go personal with the attacks. What do you think the president will talk about tonight? The economy, COVID, maybe even race relations, all the above?
Yes, all of the above. I think that certainly the economy is probably remains his strongest message. What the polls indicate that people still trust him on, and that after coronavirus, that he has the best plan to kind of lead the country back to where it was before March of this year. We're certainly going to talk about the impending confirmation of Amy Coney Barrett. But yes, he is going to likely still attack Hunter Biden. He's brought a guest, a former business associate of Hunter Biden, who's giving a press conference right now here and is going to be in the audience. And this is very reminiscent of 2016 when President Trump brought in accusers from Bill Clinton to try to psych out Hillary. And so the same tactics are being used tonight in Nashville.
So how do you anticipate Biden will handle the packing the Supreme Court question that's been a topic? If asked, what do you expect his angle to be tonight? And what other issues do you expect the former vice president to discuss?
Yeah, so where he is right now on the court packing question, he hasn't had a great answer to that yet, but he settled on if he wins the election, he's going to come up with a commission of people from all different political stripes, and they're going to give him a recommendation within 6 months of what to do with the court. And so anytime there's a controversial issue and you don't want to do anything too radical, then you punt it and set up a new commission. So he's likely going to debut that answer, at least on the debate stage tonight. Other things he's going to talk about, he wants to try to unify the country. Obviously been through a lot in the last 4 years. He sees himself as a bridge towards the future. Talk about a lot of the positive things that happened in the Obama-Biden administration and who he would appoint maybe to the Supreme Court if another opening comes, what his economic plan is, how he's going to try to stop coronavirus, which is also an economic issue. So I think he's going to try to be as optimistic in the future and his agenda as possible if he does win on election day.
All right, Aaron, of course, a lot of topics that we'll be watching for tonight, including the spread of coronavirus across the country and how both candidates will handle that question. We thank you so much for being with us tonight and joining us for your insight. Look forward to talking to you again when it's all over.
Anytime.
All right, Aaron, thank you. Be sure to join us tonight right after this newscast at 7:30 for our pre-debate special to get you ready for tonight's showdown with Chuck Stokes. You can watch it on Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, or your favorite streaming device.
And ABC's coverage of the debate begins tonight at 8, right here on 7. The presidential candidates take the stage at 9 p.m. as the fight for the White House enters the final stretch.